let me know. This is Dr. Am I okay to go ahead, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. Just very happy to be a part of this presentation. Myself, Dr. Nalini Devi, working for St. Joseph's Institute of Technology, Department of MBA. I'm an assistant professor. So my topic I have chosen to share with you for today's session is the role of chatbots in enhancing customer communication in e-commerce. So this session, let it be more of an interactive one. I would like to get answers that are a response. Actually, I will not say it is an answer, a response from the students as well. So let it be an interactive session. It is not mostly like I would like to hear, have it as a two-way communication. So students, are you all okay? Could you just type a message like if you're to start with the session? Students, can you type please? Any students, could you just type just a message? Okay. I'm not seeing any messages. All right. In case of any voice disturbances or any, if my voice is not audible, put a message in the chat box. I'll do the rectification immediately. So this role of chat box. All right. So this before I could share with you all about this chat box and what is that role and what is this customer communication and likewise. I would like to start with a very basic information about just two things about communication. Can anybody just tell me what you understand or what you know by communication? Anything it might be. Again, I'm saying students, it is a response is not a correct one. The answer, the response, whatever you are giving, it might be right or wrong. If in case if it is there any mistake, never mind. We will learn it from there. Okay. So can anybody just tell me what you understand or what you know by the term called communication? You can type it in chat box or you can unmute and respond. Come on, students, can you please tell me? One of you, any one or two, like how many ever you wanted to respond, that is fine, no problem. What do you understand by the term called communication? Students, can you please respond to that question, please? Ma'am, is that like students will respond or type it, ma'am? How it goes?
I think they are already answer in the Zoom chat, ma'am.
Uh, I didn't get you, ma'am. So shall I just continue, ma'am? Proceed with this? All right. So, as I told you earlier, I would like to, give you the overview or just a very short introduction about this. About the communication. Since it is the topic is related with communication, I wanted to do a small brief on that. So communication is a very fundamental element, I can tell you, or a tool which is used for the existence or for the survival for the human beings. It is not only for the human beings. We don't say like it is only for the human being, but also to an organization. For any business you take, communication is very, very important. See, we can put all kind of materials, like we can purchase machines, or we can purchase, like we can buy an office or whatnot. But when there is no communication or interaction between the workers, what is the point in that? So communication is a very, very fundamental element for the existence or the survival of the human being as well as to an organization. So what happens in this communication? Generally, when this is a communication, is it not? Like I'm speaking with you all, like whatever I'm just sharing my ideas, my information, whatever the informations I have collected relevant to the topics, my views, and those factors are put together and give the big formation of the term called communication. So this communication, it helps to reach, like any human being for a common understanding. See, in case like if I'm feeling thirsty or if I'm feeling hungry, when I like communicate or ask somebody or just inform somebody saying like, ma'am or sir, like I'm thirsty, I need to have some water. That is a common understanding. The communication process, like actually happens there. Students, are you all there with me? Ma'am, can I proceed? So far, okay?
Yes.
All right. So this slide is about the importance of communication. So in the earlier slide, I told you the communication is a basic component or element for any human being survival, or very, very important for an organization as well. So now let's take that organization. I need not stress on the importance or what it is. Let us just focus on the term communication. So, what is the importance of communication? Here, I have listed some 6 points for the importance of communication. See, well, it is a basis for any coordination. No, like any work has been given, allotted, like delegated for any individuals. So, if the individual is going to be a part of a team, that definitely that needs a coordination, like easy understanding. So unless there is a no proper communication is there, there will not be work will not be accomplished or completed on the time. So hence the basis for the communication is like it gives an import, like more of coordination among the employees. So once there is a more of coordination, or once there is a communication is going very good, definitely the next importance, you can see it as a fluent working. See, like any kind of any there will not be like any queries, or like if in case any queries also, what is the next step to like proceed. For those questions, only when the communication is effectively handled, like there will be an easy fluency of working abilities, or like a workflow will be there. There will not be any hindrances. So third point, where you can see I have given it as the basis of decision making. Definitely, like like when we speak, as we speak the community, as we communicate to the like to the receiver, what happens, whether like to continue, or whether the receiver has able to grasp the point or not. So those kind of once that feedback has been received from the respondent, so it will be easy to take any decision making. It is not only in this case, just an example I am telling, like any employees has been caught or due to any indisciplinary action. So the HR manager, after proper inquiry and after getting like information from the employer side and for the employee side, he will be able to make a proper decision whether to send that employee off or to go for any further inquiry what it is. So in those ways, communication will be very, very vital. The next one is increase in the managerial efficiency. See, like when your managers like once the communication is properly conveyed to the employees, like the what happens, the proper work will be happen, the workflow. I told you in the second point, there will be an fluency in the working. So once that workflow is going on a proper way, so the management of those components like supervisions or any kind of decision making and what like in case of any errors has been occurred, how it can be rectified, so that there will be proper managerial efficiency. So the fifth and sixth point, let me put together and let you know, tell you. It increases, what increases? The communication increases, helps in increasing the cooperation and also increase in the organizational peace. So like what happens now, like when there are two or three people, when there is a groupism, when there is so many people are there, there might be at times there will be might be a misunderstanding of the communication. So once when there is a misunderstanding, immediately what will happen? The conflict rises. There will be a chaos. There will be a confusion in the organization. So this communication, when it is properly being understood, when it is made clear to the other employees or to everyone in the organization, definitely it will increase in organizational cooperation, as well as like it will boost the morale of an employees. Morale, I need not tell you, it is like an attitude, how they behave towards someone or something. So when there is a positivity, like when there is a complete reduce in the chaos and reduce in the confusions and so many other things, that definitely it will lead to the increase in morale of an employee. So all these first two slides, it is all about the communication. What is communication and what are the importance of a communication for a business in general term, I have shared with you. Ma'am, shall I move on, ma'am? Next slide.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's start with our topic. So our topic is the role of chatbots in enhancing customer communication in e-commerce. So, marketing. So business main, like any business, any entrepreneurs used to go and speak. Any business for that matter, it is like they wanted to do survive in the market and they wanted to accomplish their, their goals and their objectives in the competitive world. Like when you can see like earlier, like few years, like maybe 30 or 40 or like 2 3 decades before, you could have seen not much of a competition there. But now when you can see much more, many competitions are coming up for the business people. So to grasp those or to accomplish or to sustain in the business, any business for that matter, they wanted to do some strategic marketing they wanted to adopt and they wanted to frame that. So like a business has to provide, how do they sustain? How do they survive in the marketing competition? By giving a complete a best product, by providing a very good service, and to having a long lasting client experiences. If there is a customer satisfaction, definitely I will, again, it is not only me as a consumer or a customer, it is for anybody for that matter. They will have a very, once they have a very good experience, client experiences, they will definitely, like there will be a sustainability of the business is much more possible. So this long lasting client experience is a very basic or fundamental concept for a marketing research. So business to sustain all these, as I said, to accomplish the business objectives or corporate objectives in today's world, business, they are using so many technologies nowadays. Like that's what we are going to say, take about chatbots. Like customers, they are not, like they are experiencing so much. See, one day, like today I might like one particular brand of chocolate. The next day when I see some other like different when I just go to the shop, when I see a different chocolate flavor is there, I would like to definitely like to try it out. So my customer, my as a consumer or a customer, my experiences in it keeps changing. My preference is changing due to my needs and wants. It keeps on changing. So like next is customer relationship management. So these two, like as a business person, anybody wants to given long lasting experiences, they have to study about the consumer behavior. What do they expect? What is the changing experiences they are adopting? Like what kind of like how do I enhance my customer relationship? how do that databases can be, like enhanced, or it can be narrowed down or brought down in such a way. I will give the consumers through my business a long lasting experience. So in order to have this kind of experience, this is a study which done by Shibom Lee in the year 2020. This person, this researcher has contributed a term, like what it is the way to enhance the customer experience through this chatbot. So artificial intelligence, like anywhere you see, everywhere, like there is a, everybody will start speaking about artificial intelligence. So it is like without our awareness, it is actually it has come into our life. So in that particularly, chatbot is one of the rapid. I can say that rapidly developing, or it can be applied in various fields. I can't say like it is only in particular commerce or in like in particular communication, but elsewhere like it is everywhere, like even in health sector or marketing or sales, everywhere we can see the role of chatbots in the businesses. So the chatbot, like again, this person, this researcher has contributed a definition about the chatbot. So according to this researcher, a chatbot refers to a robot that communicates with the human beings based on the, like the program already designed programs, or, like through those, through those designed, I can say designed things, like it can operate within response in a structured way. So how this growth, like let's discuss on how the growth of e-commerce and the need of for the efficient customer communication, it started. See, like mostly anywhere, like you just go and see like all this online e-commerce. It definitely it was there, but mostly it started giving the rising the import. It has grown the exponentially. I can tell you in recent year, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. See, like everywhere, like even to buy one chocolate or one single product, also people started going through the online shopping. To one small product will be like a very huge or very big product, I can tell you. So the global chat bot market was estimated in the year 2024. It was about 7.76 billion in the year 2024. So this has witnessed, like the growth of CAGR. I'll tell you what is the CAGR in the next slide. So it was about the rate was 23.3% from the year. Like they are expecting, actually they are witnessing that they can see the growth, like this year, from this year till 2030, the growth will be from 23.3%. It is actually, it is increasing. So the chatbot industry, I can tell you, definitely it is experiencing a very, very massive growth, because like there is an advancement. There is not like technology is advancing in every stages. Machine learning is there. So because of these technological boom, I can tell you, our advancement, definitely the chatbot industry is experiencing a very, very immense growth. So now let me tell you what is this CAGR. Ma'am, am I clear, ma'am?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
all right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So what is this CAGR? Students, I would like to share about a very, very small or a short note on CAGR. CAGR, it stands for Compound Annual Growth Rate. So this is a metric, like a kind of a metric which measures what is the growth, annual growth of like if I'm investing in a business over a particular specific period of time, what is the annual growth of that? Like otherwise, like next color, like blue color, I have given it as a tool for assessing the performance. Through the performances, I can definitely make some financial decision whether to invest on that, whether how do I do go ahead, whether like so many other financial related decisions our business can be business can finalize through the CAGR. So again, I'm telling you students, CAGR stands for Compound Annual Growth Rate. So this is a small slide which I took it from the source grandviewsresearch.com. So this is an overall market. Is the slide visible to you all?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So this is about the chatbot marketing. The previous slide I told you, is it not? Like 23.3 percentage from 2025 to 2030. It is growing exponentially. So this is like you can see from the year, from this graph, bar diagrams, you can see from the 2020 and till this year, 2025, how it is and how it is in future, how the growth of chatbot market, in the forthcoming years. Sorry. So this is a information. So my study is objective. I have given some overview of the objectives, which I am about this presentation, to understand what is about the general understanding about the chatbots, and to learn about the chatbots in e-commerce, and to understand, to study more about the chatbots, role of chatbots in consumer communication, and especially in e-commerce business, and to know about the importance of chatbots in e-commerce. This is my overall objective for this day's presentation. So till now we saw what is a very, very brief introduction about what is meant by communication and what is meant by, this is what we saw, what is meant by the small introduction on the e-commerce, and about the Shaw-Boom-Lee definition I shared with you. And like we saw about the growth of e-commerce and CAGR and chatbot market. So now let's move on with the evolution of customer services in e-commerce. Earlier days, I can tell you, like before the pandemic, I can tell you, any kind of complaints or any kind of tracking system of the product or anything for that matter, we have to rely on the customer service. Like customer service numbers will be there. We have to wait. They'll say press this button, press this number. No, like till that reaches to the executive to resolve, like to get the solution from the technician, from the expert team. It will be going on with a very long procedure. So this kind of traditional, I can tell you, mindset has started changing because of the vital role of technology play in the businesses. In the few slides back, I told you about the customers' expectations. Like we when we go to any market, when we go to buy any purchase, to buy any dresses or for anything for that matter, like we'll be having so much of expectation because it isn't hard earned money of us. So we wanted to spend very, very, very well way, in a proper way, not in a not a kind of ordinary to buy an ordinary thing. So our expectations will be much, much bigger. So this is and through through interactions with the customer. So this has started reflecting or evolution of the customer services in e-commerce. So in order to because of this evolution, started offering more of creative way of customers to satisfy customers' need and to customize for them accordingly. Like what do they expect? What kind of, say for an example, if you're ordering any food from the online. So like what we say, like okay, fine, you just add on this food, like those kind of customize accordingly of personalized. It can be customizable. Whether to add sugar in that, or like whether to add ice, so many things, like of course based on our needs it can be customized. So for the effective customer services, this e-commerce, it keeps on expanding. We can't say okay, fine, it has grown, there's a stop. No. Like previous slide, when we saw, it is still growing, until 2020 2030, the growth is going on in a very, very, very big major way. So this e-commerce business is keeping on expanding. So this is about, like how the traditional retail or digital interactions of e-commerce has, like traditional way. I told you, when we have to call the customer sales service people and we have to launch the complaint. It was there in the traditional retail way. But now, due to the digital interactions in e-commerces, it has overseeded the shopping and the buying experiences. So, like any complaints, is there anything we want to, when we are getting any product, very delayed product, when we are receiving it immediately, we can launch the, like will be giving our feedback. And in case if there is a genuinity, there is a real, reason is real, definitely will be getting the, refund for that. So the customer journey in each stages, this customers like e-commerce through this, e-commerce actually it is making the customer journey in a very, very easier way. Not going giving in a writing format and giving the complaint to the manager, or just go walk in. So many things can be avoided. So this is giving a kind of a 24/7. This customer, like anytime we can launch, anytime we'll give the interactions will be there. So when there is an impact on customer expectations, customers now they have kind of immediate, they will be demanding immediate responses and resolutions. For an example, like when same way, like when we order food, when we don't get any kind of proper time delivery for that matter, so we can definitely give some kind, or resolutions will be solved in a very few short period of time. So now, like as a consumers or the customers, we will be expecting our demand, like quick responses. That is what will be expectation. So the next is the personalization. The new frontier of the customer engagement is personalization, I can tell you. So it is like, it is not only to captivate any shoppers, or, but also to repeat purchases. Definitely we will, like we would like to order something which we like it in a way. If you're giving any gifts, purchasing anything for your parents or for your siblings, like we would like to order in a way, such a way what our family members like, what is their taste, what colors do they like. In that way, if you're satisfied through that personalization, definitely, like there will be repetition in the purchases. But once there is a repetition in purchase, definitely it will increase in sales and enhance it. And 100% there will be an enhancement in the conversation rate from the, from the inquiry of a business to the to transfer them into a potential consumers. Are you all there with me? Can I move on? Hello? Ma'am, can I move on? Ma'am? Ma'am, can we move on? Ma'am? Will I continue?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Uh-huh. All right, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So this slide is about the e-commerce, how the e-commerce is in India. So, the few slides back, I told you this e-commerce has exponentially started growing post-COVID. So this e-commerce definitely has changed, the way of shopping methods. How, the consumers' preferences. The consumers like as consumer we prefer more options, or more and more of um uh, like price ranges. So many things we started expecting. So in order to fulfill those, this e-commerce definitely, I can tell you, it is changed, or it has started shifting the consumer shopping behavior. So like once so this kind of need rised, it started giving the more and more of kind of importance for the e-commerce businesses, and not only due to the consumer behavior but also due to changing lifestyle and convenience are the primary factors for the consumers, those who are preferring online shopping. For an example, we just imagine you all are traveling in a train. So while going immediately, we might, like just we might scroll some online shopping thing. Immediately, we might thought, okay, fine, this product is definitely going to be very useful for me. Let me order something. Like consumer prefers more. Like they are preferring because this busy world is giving the people an option for the convenient shopping, I can tell you. Like not only for any ordering for the any big materials, but also so day-to-day necessary groceries, or which is nowadays it has been delivered within minimum of 10 minutes, I can tell you. So even in the urban areas, like suburban areas, just with the touch of that button, order everything, all the problems are solved. So examples are Zepto, Zomato, Swiggy, or some of the domestic quick commerce brands that provides fast and efficient delivery services to the consumers or the customers. So now let's start with the topic, what is chatbot? So chatbot in a shorter form of chatterbot. So which refers, what is it referring? So it is basically a computer program which has been activated through voice-based communication and automated text. So any text, when you just like a text saying where is my order, or this is what I want. When you just type that message and post it, definitely the text will get that reply will immediately will get. So the conversational application, which is supported by the market engagement, customer service, and the technical support. So the market engagement, like what is the current, what is happening. If the in case like if the customer is asking for ordering for some inquiring about the particular food, whether that is available, this like whether it is available in the market or not, or that one particular product is available or not, those things will be definitely analyzed, and that based on that information the chatbot will reply to the consumer who has raised the questions. So like for an example, Amazon's Alexa or Facebook messengers, or no, like those things are the automated examples for artificial intelligence chatbots, which gives automatic response settings. Okay, so generally the business nowadays they are using these two chatbots. So the next slide is about what is, in a simple term, let me tell you what is meant by chatbot. So if anybody asked you what is chatbot, then I definitely give this an answer. So the chatbot is a computer program. So this computer program will give the which encourages or which makes the human to get to converse, with an end user. Like it keeps on asking questions related to the primary question, or in case if any sudden deviation in the question, based on that the response will come. So in a way, like the chatbot is a kind of artificial intelligence which will interact with the end user's need. So the not we can I can tell you it is not all chatbots are equipped with artificial intelligence, but mostly modern chatbots are started to using these conversational artificial intelligence techniques. So, such as by using NLP, that is natural language processing. So, through this, like they can ask users questions. Based on the user questions, the automated responses will be given to them. So, in a simple form, again, I'm telling you, if anybody asks what is meant by chatbot, you can give this as an example. A chatbot is a computer program which stimulate human conversation with the end users. So in this slide, there's a term which I have highlighted. What is meant by conversational AI technique? Here's an exam meaning for that. So conversational AI is kind of a like a step forward in the development of AI forward. Like which gives the customer services and support solution. Like offering them like a kind of engaging. Like more of a natural way and efficient interactions for the users. So like whatever the message I type, that will be transferred conversation that will really encourage somebody feeling they might feel, oh my god, why I am speaking with a computer, what does it know? But definitely, like through this conversational AI way, like customer will experience in a way that they'll get them response for their customer services or any some kind of support solutions, or even it offers more of an efficient interactions for the users. So this slide, can you all see? Is it visible for you? Can I get a response, please?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about what is chatbot. A small, like image I have just displaying for you. So you can see a lady is sitting and asking through the chatbot interactions is once the app is opened. Hi, how can I help you? So this responder is asking, I have a question. Where is my order? Again, this chatbot is through the chatbot message. They are getting the respond as, please provide me your order number. So this lady giving the order number. So again for that order number, this chatbot is grasping those numbers. Based on that, it is analyzing and everything, that based on that order status, it is giving the message, your order is already on its way to you and will arrive in 1 or 2 business days. So thank you for your fast reply. This is how this chatbot it works in a simple form. So here I have collected some few articles, I can tell you, reviews, secondary data which I've collected, just few, 4 or 5 I've collected, to add on the support for this topic. So Chung et al., pardon my pronunciation in case if it is wrong, Chung et al. In the year 2022 have recognized, the chatbot as an emerging digital market strategies. It is what it is. I told you in the year 2019, it has started emerging. So through this emerging, the companies are increasing and implementing their order in order to serve, like digital, like fast digital growth we can see. So in order to cope up with that kind of development, how they are implementing, how they are using, the business are using and recognizing the importance of chatbots. So through focusing on the market sectors, there are 5 chatbot central functions were identified by this, see you all. I'm getting the asking this question. Are you all there? So far, good. Anything? Is it clear for you all?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So Chang et al. Has actually, identified, based on the marketing sector, there are 5 functions, central functions for the chatbots they have identified. First is interaction, entertainment, trendiness, customization, and problem solving. What are they? Interaction, entertainment, trendiness, customization, and problem solving. So through these 5 functions, these 5 functions, which will it will help in interpreting the chatbots to the customer related function. So Chang et al., I told you this, Chang et al., they have given this chart. They have actually contributed this kind of information. So I told you there are 5 functions for the, customer related functions for the chat. I told you. So like interaction, entertainment, problem solving, trendiness, customization. So, one second. So this functions like they have grouped it in two categories. So first category is for improving the service performance. Sorry, this customer related function is classified into two category. First category is improvement of service performance, and second objective category is fulfillment of customer expectations. So this improvement of service performance, like under that we can the customer related function is three categories they have grouped it: interaction, entertainment, and problem solving. So these definitely will give the enhancement in the consumer services. And again, in the second part, fulfillment of customers' expectations, there is a trendiness and customization. So trendiness, like what are the updations in the current market? What is emerging there? What is the current scenario it is happening? So these things will definitely capture the, the information and definitely will increase the interest and the preferences of the consumers. So once there is a customization, it stores the data from conversation or the purchase history from the other activities, like based on, for an example, in case if the customer has purchased any products in the previous time. So based on that information, the next conversation it will start. The preferences will be shown for that. So all to put together, improvement of service performance, fulfillment of customers' expectation. Definitely, these objective categories will enable or enhance in the customer satisfaction. So this is a small pictorial representation. So, or a theoretical framework which the same person has contributed for the study. A theoretical framework for the categorization of chatbots for the customer related function and their impact on the service quality. So I told you in the earlier stage itself, there are 5 customer related functions. So these customer related functions, first 3 is grouped under the improvement of service performance. Say like for an example, to improve any service performance, well, there should be a proper communication. The consumers will go and ask the seller like what it is, how does it work, how does it go ahead, like what is that, so many questions will be there. Once the interactions will be there, once the consumer is satisfied, completely satisfied, definitely it will improve or enhance in the services quality. And same way for the entertainment in the sense like entertainment in the sense through a funny, through kind of, in a very fun way, any content has been created, which will also give say improvement of service performance and the trendiness, problem solving. So all these things, once there is a improvement of service performance, once there is a fulfillment of customer expectation, these two categories definitely will enhance in the functional goal or enhance the service quality of any services. So to add on the, this topic to strengthen, I can tell you, this is one more review of literature which I wanted to share with you all. Like this person, like this researcher actually, under the topic called the role of AI chatbots on e-commerce platforms, understanding its influence on customer trust and dependability. So they have actually highlighted 3 points in their study. So they have investigated in this study, they have investigated the role of artificial intelligence chatbots, which will enhance the customer trust and dependability on e-commerce platform. This is what they studied. So through their study, they explored, they explored what are the factors which will affect the customer trust, like chatbots knowledge, human-like qualities, responsiveness, and brand reputation. So these are the factors which they have explored through this study, which will they say that will affect the customer's trust. So based on the collection of data collection of 209 e-commerce users, especially in Indonesia, they have found through the analysis, through quantitative method analysis, they have said this AI responsiveness play a very, very significant role in enhancing and leading the customers, on these systems. So there's one more by Ayush Kumar in the year 2025. In his study, the role of AI chatbots in enhancing e-commerce accessibility and its impact on customer service. So he has highlighted e-commerce platform that integrate AI-based chatbots have actually revolutionized, the retail industry. Their finding says through using, especially through using AI chatbots, it actually making the e-commerce platform to provide accessibility for the diverse customers. When we start providing more and more of a very good and better experience for the customer, it will give the better shopping experience or very, very happy shopping experience for the consumer as well. So there are about 8 customer service transformation which was identified by Sri Lanka Meenakshi and Vikas Verma in the year 2025 through their study under the topic called the impact of AI-powered chatbots on customer service and conversion rate in e-commerce. They have found out some 8 customer service transformation. It was will be very much effective when there is a customer will feel really satisfied or any kind of queries or through instant support. Definitely the customer service, best transformation they can say. And there is also a way of measuring, whether they are happy, whether they are satisfied or not satisfied with the current resolution, or they expect some more, they would like to speak with any technical expert for that matter. So, in that way, the customer service scalability will be there. And but definitely nowadays, through this artificial intelligence support chatbots, there is an efficient and consistent and as well as accurate customer service we can see. Say for an example, when we want to take up an appointment for a doctor, through this by messaging through the chatbots, what happened? It will give the accurate measure, information. It will record saying, okay, this particular doctor is he or she is available in this particular timing. Whether would you like to book an appointment for that? Whether would you what it actually the flow chart, it goes to next level in such a way the informations are accurate and there is a assurance of the information. And also proactive customer engagement will be there. It is not reactive, proactive. Already if in case any customer engagement does it does not only start after the purchasing, but before purchase itself, customers engagement will start happening. We might have ordered some product, or it would have been in cart, but what happened? It will keep on reminding, saying, okay, your product lies in that cart. These are the offers has been coming forth. What is that? This kind of proactive customer engagement is possible through the AI related powered chatbots. And the fifth one is by reducing the resolution time. There is not much of a bigger time has been taken. Resolution time or giving solution for any kind of problems. It is an immediate one. It is in a very, very immediate one. The problem solutions will be generated. And the sentimental analysis. Nowadays it has been a more an empathetic way, the machine also started behaving like a human being, and more with an emotional intelligence. It is giving, the from customer service in a very, very better way. So the multi-language support, it is a number like like there's no need like saying okay, this particular language is alone is available in that particular chatbot, AI powered chatbot. But when there is a multi-language support, where there definitely like more of customer satisfaction will be there, and very, very cost efficiency also will be there. So these 8 points, which was contributed by Sri Lanka Meenakshi and Vikas Verma. So can we move on to the next? Okay. Yes. So Abdul has asked the question: can chatbot truly replicate human empathy in customer communication? No, human empathy, it is now not much like, but empathy is there, but the humanity, humanity based empathy, empathy, it is, still the touch is not there, but still, like they are inheriting from the transactional interactions only. But even though it is there, but still we can see, like a few touches of that human empathies are there in that. So here are types of chatbots. There are some types of chatbots. There are about 6 types are there. Linguistic based chatbot, machine learning chatbots, voice bots, hybrid model, keyword recognition based chatbot, menu or button based chatbot. So I'm just moving forward to the next. So let's have a very deep discussing about the types of e-commerce chatbot. So first, what did I say? First is menu or button based chatbot. So it is a very, very very basic kind of chatbot, where by clicking with the button options or with the scripted menu, like whatever they need, what does the customer need, they can go and click onto that button, and the option will arise, and they go to the set of the, by prompting the set of options for the users to choose which is more suitable or more for the specific option. Like based on that option button, it will prompt to the next option level. So it takes longer to understand what are the customer needs, and what is the specifically, especially if the customer, like when they have to go through the several repetitions of the menu buttons to reach to the final option, it is a little bit of time consumption is there. So menu based chatbots are the basic kind of chatbots which have the advantage as well as the disadvantages. So the next type of chatbot is linguistic based chatbot. So the linguistic based chatbot, otherwise also known as rule based chatbots. So the rule based chatbots, they rely on manually crafted rules. Some kind of keywords will be given, or any pattern which is matching for the like inputs. So based on that, like any kind of, and like when we type the message, based on that already feeded information or the rules or the patterns, based on that we will get the information. So it operates on they do not actually learn from the data, but it actually operates whatever the fixed decisions or script which is being like feeded on that machine. Based on that we will get the information. So there are some limitations for this linguistic based or the rule based chatbots. So what are those limitations or disadvantages? Since there is there is no understanding, because it's already been scripted, already been feeded, there is no understanding of natural language. Like they can't like handle any kind of slang or any grammatical mistakes or any paraphrasing. Those things these kind of chatbots cannot understand. So there is a rigid structures will be there, like in case, since it is an already information is being fed, so it has been already scripted. So any kind of new topics or any kind of inputs we can't expect from that kind of chatbots. So since there is a major disadvantages are there, it scales really very poorly. It struggle to handle the growth in terms of number of customers or any kind of like user cases or complexity of languages. What are the languages required for required languages. So there are some kind of struggle definitely this linguistic based chatbots are facing. And also cannot remember, like once that it isn't fed, the information is being fed, it cannot remember. This chatbots cannot remember the previous message unless there is an exception. That last point you can see, unless it is explicitly coded, like deliberately it is coded, decode, like coded again. And definitely after that, like the new informations can previous message, from that it can retrieve the message and it can continue. But basically, these are some of the disadvantages where the uh, you know 1 second. Where the linguistic based or rule based chatbots are facing. Again, I had this question, then I found the answer for this. Why rule complexity increases exponentially? Like when there is a complexity increases due to the new rule or any kind of new condition or updates on existing rules. So what happens, like when there is a variation, when every new users cases, there is an exception for, now the complexity will be increasing. So once the complexity increasing, we can see the conflict resolution between the overlapping rules. We can, there is a confusion will happen there. We might not get any kind of a proper response for that matter. So here are some of the rules which increases the complexity for the AI. So the next first two types we saw is menu-based chatbot and linguistic-based or rule-based chatbots. The third one is keyword recognition-based chatbot. So this is usually a good one, like for the working environment. So this working environment, especially where they involve in the customer support, where they have larger than the average reservoir of information. So for these people, these keyword recognition based chatbots will be very, very helpful. So it's, for an example, any specific terms of customers, they wanted to get the information from that chatbot. So the specific terms, it will definitely take it up. That machine will take it up, and based on that, it will give the responses. So the next type is, the fourth one is machine learning chatbots. So machine learning chatbots are the advanced conversational agents, like where the uses of machine learning and natural language processing, it helps to understand, like respond to the human language in a very different way and in a very, very easy and adaptable way. So here, like where, what are the areas this machine learning chatbots will be helpful? So like in terms of customer support and e-commerce, healthcare and education. So customer support in terms of like who is handling the frequently asking questions or any booking issues, or healthcare for checking appointments, or in e-commerce and education lines. For all these people where they have the um, like advanced conversational agents, which especially use the machine learning and natural language process. Definitely the machine learning chatbots will be helpful. So what are the challenges will be there? Ma'am, are you there? Am I
Yes,
audible, ma'am?
yes, yes.
So the challenges, what this machine learning chatbots faces are the data privacy and ethical concerns. Like when there is a like we can't ensure there is a privacy will be there, data will be secured. That is a very, very major issue is facing, and also maintaining the conversational context. Where the previous context or whatever the inquiry the machine accepted or received from the consumers. So those conversation, maintaining those data will be very, very difficult. And also, like handling ambiguous or sarcastic language, any kind of, like proper way, any sarcastic languages when it has been fed by the consumers, definitely the reply will be very, very difficult for them. And also, like the responses will be avoiding bias in responses is kind of little bit of challenges. The next type is the hybrid model. So the hybrid, from the term itself, we can say it is a rule-based or the AI-based approach for the which is used for delivering the better and best experience for the users. So there are some components for the hybrid chatbots, like rule-based engines will be there. Say for an example, if I ask how many hours the shop is open. So the immediately, like I might get a response saying 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So the next, I told you there are two components which are there in
Hello,
hybrid
ma'am.
chatbot. Ma'am, one, what is it?
Yeah, may you restart screen again your PowerPoint?
You want me to come repeat that?
No, no, no. Please share screen again your PowerPoint because the video is still blank, don't have a PPT.
You want me to repeat that? Am I right, ma'am?
No, please share screen your PowerPoint file.
One second.
Yes, thank you.
Is it visible now, ma'am?
Still no.
One second. One second. Now?
Yes, ma'am, already.
So do I have to? I'll let me show the presentation. One second. I think this is what we from this. From where should I put these slides, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
From this?
It's
Okay, this
okay.
is
You
the
can continue. Okay.
country. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
So under the types of chat box, we are discussing about the menu or button. We discussed about that. The second one is linguistic based chatbot and machine learning chatbot. This is what next we spoke about hybrid model. And the next, we were under the discussion. So I told you hybrid chatbot is a conversational system. So which helps in rule, it is combination of rule based and AI based approaches for the better services. So AI and the rule based component, under those two components, in case like if the user asks what is definitely it will ask frequently asked question, like what is the account balance, please check my account balance. So it gives the response for that. So rule based. So whatever the rules, like this is the fed already fed the structured queries, simple handling structured queries. So for those queries, it gives the answers. Whereas under the AI or NLP engine component, it can handle much more complex or ambiguous or questions. Even the unstructured inputs it can handle, and it can give the learns much more about the consumer and improves the over time based on the user's interactions. Here are some examples for that. So, like in case if the user asks, what is my balance? Immediately, based on the rule-based chatbot logic, it will trigger the response from the user's data account, and it will give the it will give the response. Again, when the user asks, can you explain how my savings account works? Based on this open-ended question, it will provide an appropriate language based on the component AI or NLP. So if the both, if the, like the bot in case, If the bot gets confused by those two questions, it will escalate to the the agent or the human agent or the human expert to offer much more clarifications and options. So far we saw types, and the last one is voice bots. Like on around 123.5 million people actually in US are using this voice system. You can, like, anywhere, like, you would have heard about like the examples of Siri, or Amazon's Echo, Google Voice. Those are the some of the basic examples of voice bots. So now they are interacting with the businesses and the home products. So these chatbots use machine learning and artificial intelligence, but they will not interpret whatever the spoken commands, and only they provide the appropriate informations. But they will not give kind of interpret what are the commands, already fed written once. Other than that, it will not respond to that. So some of the examples, they, like I told you, Siri, Google Voice, Amazon's Echo. Like even the industries like car manufacturers, they are actually allowing hands-free natural experiences and more of interactivity. Like for an example, you would have seen in movie this Mission Impossible. Not particular many movies you would have seen, like through that voice command, it will actually drive, the car drives. That command, it will understand, okay, this is the command which I'm getting from that person, so I have to follow that. So in that way, the voice bots are actually helping the users as well. So like quick recap. So there are about six types of chatbots we see: linguistic based chatbots, machine learning chatbots, voice bots, hybrid model, keyword recognition based chatbot, menu or button based chatbots. And why does chatbots are so important in e-commerce? As I told you, this chatbots or this e-commerce, once it started developing, the role of the chatbots was also exponentially developing. So the customers' interactions, interactions we are expecting, immediate response, immediate replies, those things we expect so much. So in that way, for the instantaneous customers or consumers interactions, this chatbot, it plays a very vital role. And also, it is very, very unified, cost effective will be there. Like there is a measuring of customer, how many customers have been, like their satisfaction level, and the personalized shopping experience, how it is, like through the complete set of consumer experience, and their thought, like insight about the consumer data collections. Those things will be actually analyzed through the e-commerce chatbots. So when there is an unified multi-channel presence is there, like does not, well, say for an example, if you're asking for any booking for any doctor's appointment, it is not only, we will not see that like in that app, we will not see only like for one particular specialty. The other peoples will be also there. So like various multi-level presence is there. So like because of the fast growing or fast moving pace of e-commerce, developing of e-commerce, people are now expecting fast information. They don't want to waste time. So by accepting, by learning those ideas, the e-commerce are using the chatbots, which is inevitable nowadays. Ma'am, can you see this next slide? This is about how chatbot work with their customer service. Ma'am? Ma'am, is my PPT visible?
Yes, yes.
Can you see this PPT, ma'am? It is about how chatbot work. Okay. So there are like how this chatbot working can be done. What is with the customer service? What is the magic behind that? There are four factors I can tell you, which is very important one in any chatbot for that matter. That is natural language processing or NLP. So this will help the chatbots to interpret what is the word which we have typed and does it, even though we don't use any kind of like proper wordings or spelling mistakes are there or any grammar mistakes, grammatical errors are there, definitely like it will not it will interpret itself and it will take the correct question and give the proper answer. So the natural language processing is a very first component which will help, which is I can say first component which will makes the chatbot to work for the customer services. Next one is machine learning. So through machine learning algorithms, program which has been designed. So they analyze the past interactions and the user data. So to like their responses will be improvised over learn. Over time. Like first time when you're giving basic information, then when for the next interaction, it will give much more better interactions will be there over time. So the third chatbot magic element I can tell you it is decision tree and pre-programmed responses. So the flow chart, like the map, whatever the map of the potential questions are expected, which is and leading to the pre-programmed responses. So these two will help in handling the common inquiries or requests and from the consumer side. So this will efficiently will deliver, it will help the machine to deliver a consistent information to them. Like what are the questions has been required, common request has been raised. What is the because of the decision tree and pre-programmed responses, the chatbots will function very efficiently. The fourth one is through the interaction with the external systems. The powerful chatbots can connect with the business customer relationship management system or the database. So through by acting, like by through those accessing through those databases, the real time informations like by when the inquiry comes, where is the order, what is the order status, what are the product availabilities there, what is the personalized like any kind of personalized questions but queries rises, for those things, like through accessing the machines, enabling the machines by accessing the the databases of CRM, it will give the proper response. So can you see this slide? Can I get a response?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the e-commerce best practice? E-commerce chatbots best practice. Like we any business for that matter. I told you, like we want to sustain in the market and face the competition. We want to retain the customer. Customer satisfaction is very important. Everything is fine. So in order to accomplish those things, first and foremost, we wanted to know what the chatbot want to accomplish. What does it want to tell my consumers? What does that my chatbot, which I am using for my businesses, what does it want to accomplish? And I have the chatbot should be fed with the right data. Once I feel when I start feeding the data, when I train my data by ensuring it provides the accurate and right data, definitely it will ensure it provides the accurate and the relevant information or the responses to the customers. It doesn't deviate any kind of information, or it doesn't give the wrong information for the patients. And design the chat box in such a way it will definitely enhance, or it will give a brand's voice and personality. It is not like like giving kind of a common information or anything for that matter, but it has to be in a way the chatbot, whatever the businesses people are using it, it has to raise the brand's voice, and also it has to ensure there is a privacy and which will complies with the data protection rules and regulations. So this one is to in order to have or to get the fate of the consumers. Like any questions they might ask, any kind of like the things they might private things they might wanted to ask, but they might feel okay. What happens if I like my data has been leaked? What is my data has been corrupted? So for in order to ensure or to give them the like and I can tell you ensure it has to ensure the privacy and complies with the data protection regulations. So this slide is about the benefits of chatbots for any businesses. So what happens when any e-commerce business, when they start using the chatbots, what happens to them? What is the advantage for them? Available round the clock. Anytime the customer might rise or may face the complication or may face any kind of issue with the product or with the service, definitely they wanted to raise the complaint. So there should be an availability of available of around the clock. You know, these chatbots are available. Once it is around 24/7, if it is available, it improves in the customer satisfaction. Anytime any customer is having any issues, definitely he or she can launch the complaint, and the resolution is passed, like the solution has been given, the problem solved, customer will be satisfied. The third advantage is it handles in multitasking simultaneously. Doesn't only give like for the respond for the questions, but also give kind of solutions. What can be done? What is that? So it handles the multitasking, in a way, in an efficient manner. And also it increases in the customer engagement. Like customer, they will start engaging with the businesses through this chatbots and asking what is the next product is launching, what is the future. Like it gives kind of much more of engagement, like any engaging or knowing more about the consumers. And also it significantly cut the cost of an employees. Like there is a I can tell you there's a much more cost reduction on that, not like by saving the data or employing human beings. So it does actually minimize the investment, and also it automates the multiple businesses process. It helps in multiple level business process. Transform the consumer to the next level. What is next? What it keeps on moving further with the customer satisfaction in the e-commerce business. So multi-level business processes, whatever it is there, this chatbot for the e-commerce, especially for the e-commerce, these are some of the major benefits I can tell you, like availability throughout the clock, by improving customer satisfaction, by handling the multiple tasks, increasing customer engagement, significantly cutting the cost, and automating the multiple business process. So this is an example in real lifetime, like when we order anything in Domino's, or like or any pizza for that matter. Like it gets started here. This is a like ordering assistant bot. How can I help you? Like we get the option new order or reorder or tracking or what it is. This is a real life example which simplifies the busy world what we are in now. So it gives like fast, it goes, the order moves fast. So once the order is completed, the like it can be tracked, and once helps in tracking, and also until it reaches the end users. So as a chatbot, it helps making the life little bit easier and simpler, and more of customer satisfied, and customer services will be very efficient way. So this is a small explanation about. Ma'am, can you see this example and real lifetime point?
Yes.
Okay. So this red fonts, whatever I'm displaying on the screen now, this is just an explanation about the previous, the Domino's pizza, that slide I have put. No, that is for that. Like customers can personalize their orders as well. through the bot specifying whether they want any kind of particular type of trust or any extra topics they require and what is that. Like they can do that. So what are the advantages? Disadvantages. When there is an advantage, definitely it carries a disadvantages and limitations for the chatbots in e-commerce business. Like life, like in case of handling the complex issues, multiplicity of issues arises. Definitely, there is an inability or inefficiency of the chatbots to handle that. When any kind of shortcomings are there, any kind of immediate shortcomings, the knowledge based shortcomings are there, definitely are there. Like any kind of expert to expert questions, it might definitely it might get confused. So we might sometimes we might not get the proper answer. So, and also inability to think in a very critical manner. What the machine has been fed, whatever the information has been structured or planned earlier, based on that the information will be given. So the critical thinking or the inability to think critically is not there, is there in the uh, chatbots. And also like limitations of and creativity and problem solving ability, definitely it is there in the chatbot as well. So the negative customer perceptions, when all the above four things happening, what happened, the customer might feel negative about the customer services or about the brands for that matter. So these are some of the disadvantages where the consumers might see. How this chatbots will be in future? What is the future of chatbots in, especially in e-com? How it goes? So like by the year 2026, 55% of online shoppers are expected to like use the voice for the product searches, like just by like calling out or ordering through the voice, they get the order might be placed. So chatbots are evolving into voice-enabled assistant, especially for example Alexa or Google Assistant or Siri. Like when we just go and like users can say like search and order the track via like where's my order or reorder the shampoo for that matter. So the voice assistants and voice commerce or like it is going to come, like it is a next level of chatbots in e-commerce. And the emotional artificial intelligence, like the futures, a bot might detect the anger. They may say like, I'm sorry, you're expecting this, let me escalate to a specialist right away. Through our, like when Abdullah has asked me a question, like being an empathetic, but empathy, like it might happen, like by experience, like it might suggest, okay, you are experiencing this kind of issue, so let me, put in a right or specialist for this particular issue. So this emotional artificial intelligence or an effective computing, I can tell you, it will analyze based on our tone, our choosing of choice of words and the sentiments, like the customer emotions. So through this, the emotional artificial intelligence will help the customer needs. The third one is hyper personalization. Like based on the last purchases, it will recommend us actually. The machine will recommend us saying like, you might like this, you might really wanted this kind of like, or it might pop up with a message saying you left this car in your cart yesterday, whether you wanted to order or something, through the user data and browsing behavior and the purchase history. So with these three components, the chatbots uses the real-time data for that. So through this, the product suggestions will be given or any deals and discounts or any re-engagement, like for the machine to the consumers, it might come up with the questions or any kind of predictive interactions might arise. The fourth one is the future of chatbots in e-commerce. It's AR or VR integration with chatbots. AR artificial, like through this AR and VR stores, it can act in a virtual shopping assistance. Say for an example, like if you are building a very big, you wanted to purchase any sofa for your room, or like where like when you feed the picture of your room, it in a 3D position, you can really come up saying like whether the sofa set or the sofa might or this chair or this home decoration or the fashion things or whether it will be suitable for my particular room. This is like it's another step of futuristic of chatbots in e-commerce. So how does chatbots use, what are the areas? And very beginning, I told you this chatbots does not only useful or uses in one particular sector of business, but also in every sector for that matter. Say for example, chatbot for marketing, it helps in navigating and announcements or leading the to convert the lead generation. The consumers to the potential customer, consumers to the potential consumers, and the chatbots for sales. What are the requirements, prospect requirements are there, which will be required, which can be transformed to the consumers. Those requirements, those learning, what I learned can be transferred to the consumer. The third one is chatbots for customer service. So any customers, when they are coming as a part of a business, like onboarding customers and the product announcements. So for them, what is the services, customer service efficiently can be given? What are the offers? What is the availability? Those kind of assistance and guidance will be given. And even chatbot for social medias are there. Chatbots in for internal support and for enterprises. So all these areas, this chatbot user cases are happening in industries and departments in the year 2025. Are you all there with me? My voice is audible? Is
Yes.
my PPT moving?
Yes, yes.
So, like only few slides are there I would like to share with you. This is about the role of chatbots, which coming to our topic at the last. What is the role? What does it play? So in this, we saw the information is 24/7 communication. It can handle routine queries also. Anybody can ask any questions, or routine questions, and helps in personalizing the shopping experiences. So once the personalized experience, shopping experience is experienced, there is an increase in customer engagement. So customer engagement automatically it will turn into customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction will convert the customer into the potential customer. So the conversions will be there. So the chatbots are the more core tool which is unavoidable nowadays in e-commerce. So which will help in interacting with the customers. So the chatbot I told you it is instant for the instant customer support. So real time answers for the customers, like what is the return policy, where is my order. In that way, when the question is asked, it reduces the significant. There is an immediate instant answer is being given for the customers. So in that way, definitely it will reduces the waiting time period, and especially during the some peak shopping hours or holidays. The second advantage is I will not say advantage. The second role is that handling high volumes efficiently. Hundreds and thousands of questions might come for the customer gets more and more of e-commerce might get done. So the chatbots can manage those multiple conversation in a very efficient way, and through the the one-time investment, it definitely support the cost through maintaining these responses very in a speedy way and a quality and in a very proper and efficient way to the customers. So through personalized shopping experiences, it recommends the products and any offers or discounts or any personalized questions. Through browsing the history or through past purchases, definitely the smart chatbots uses the customer data. By using the customer data, it will give kind of like you bought the shoes last month. Here are some of the socks. By upselling, like cross selling for those it helps the business as well. And then the next role is through streamlining order tracking and returns. This is a very simple example, what is our order status, delivery issues, return requests. So these kind of chatbots automated they have the task, that it automates the task and get fast answer, and it saves the time and give the handling repetitive or repetition, like in a very efficient way, the repetitions of questions will be handled. And the next role is by enhancing engagement, consumer engagement via conversational marketing. That is through chatbot. It starts, like in interactive experiences. You can start proactively, like saying, need help in picking the right size, looking for something specific today. So this will lead to the high time on this site by making them to stay and look for more and more of products, or like fewer items which has been abandoned in a cart. And like it will give the engage because of enhanced customer engagement. Definitely it will convert into an conversational marketing. Yes, before I could give my conclusion, let me just go through what I discussed with you so far. Ma'am, can I do that?
Yes.
So students, my topic was the role of chatbots in enhancing customer communication in e-commerce.
Yeah.
Heikal has asked the question, how do chatbot influence customer expectations for 24 by 7 availability, and this is sustainable or beneficial for long-term customer? Definitely, it is benefit for long-term customer relationship. When there is an availability for any assistance or any kind of problems, we can't say like any product we buy definitely the problem arises instantly or on the day one itself. It might come anytime or it might not come. But when there is an ensure or the availability to support our doubts or any other regarding the usages, or any kind of guidance regarding that particular product, definitely the customer relationship, it is a long term relationship. It really it can prolong for that matter. The next question: to what extent do chatbot improve customers loyalty, and how does this compare to human and customer interactions? Customers loyalty, it will definitely, like when there is a customer satisfaction. I'm not saying human customer service interactions are bad for the customer engagement and for the customer loyalty. But when there is much more of quick, very fast information has been processed, when there is an immediate responses, and there is an availability of this, the customer services, the chatbot, it definitely helps. I can tell you, it will definitely help in transform the customer, like customer loyalty. Definitely they will come back, they will look in for the much more options. So different, because in one of the slides we saw, it will give some kind of suggestions and solution. But the main drawback when it is coming for the complexity, complex situations, complex problem arises, for giving solutions for that kind, definitely it might get confused. But when there is a customer satisfaction, customer is satisfied, definitely it will turn into the customer loyalty. They visit, they repurchase for that matter. So the customer service, like it definitely helps in that. Paulina has asked, should chatbot be designed to intentionally escalate certain conversation to human agent? Conversation to human agent, and how can this transition be managed smoothly to maintain customer satisfaction? Chatbots, definitely it is designed in such a way, it escalates the conversations, like conversation to humans, or any human agents for that matter. This transitions can be managed, when the proper question has been, when the proper information is fed, the proper plan, the data has been programmed by to the machines. So by asking those questions, definitely it will direct in a way, such a way that transitions, like it can be transferred, that information can be transferred to the human beings without any kind of hindrances for that matter. So when the same question it has been transferred to the human agent, when they try the question and give the feedback, definitely there will be a much more satisfaction. They'll give kind of a the consumer will feel satisfied. That's all I can tell. Okay. So in today's class, this is our topic, the role of chatbots in enhancing customer communication and e-commerce. So initially we started with the very brief and short introduction about what is meant by communication. So communication is about the fundamental existence of survival of human and as well as for the organization. So it is a process of creating and sharing ideas, information, views, facts, and feelings. The importance of communication. There are 6 importance I have enlisted. The basis of coordination, fluent working, the basis of decision making, increases managerial efficiency, increases cooperation and organizational peace, boost morale of the employees. And then I started discussing about the introduction about the chatbots in e-commerce. And then we moved on with the growth of e-commerce and the need for the efficient customer communications. And I told you what is meant by CHR and chatbot markets. I just displayed this. And the evolution. How does it started the customer services in e-commerce? How the e-commerce business in India, and what is chatbots, and this is a small picture. There's an image about how this chatbot works, and some review of literature, that is the secondary data, in order to related to our topic. What are the published articles? So secondary data I just found. I just thought of sharing. In that Chang et al, like a group of people, scholars, they have actually identified 5 5 chatbot functions, central functions: interaction, entertainment, friendliness, customization, and problem solving. And like this is there are 2 categories for that: improvement of service performance and fulfillment of customer expectations. So the 5 categories has been grouped into 2 categories. So this is a theoretical framework that the enhancement of customer service quality will be there once the objective categories and customer related functions are being established. Then we saw about what is customer service transformation. There are 8 customer service transformation, which was contributed by Dr. Sri Langam Meenakshi and Sharma in the year 2025 under the study impact of AI-powered chatbot on customer service and conversion rate in e-commerce. Later, we saw what are the types of chatbots. We saw about 6 types of chatbots: linguistic-based chatbot, machine learning chatbot, voice bots, the hybrid model, keyword recognition-based chatbot, menu or button-based chatbots. So we had a very brief discussion about that. And then we saw why e-commerce chatbots are very, very important. So to to have a customer interaction, instant interaction, and to have an unified multi-channel presence, cost-effective and scalable customer engagement, and personalized shopping experience, insightful customer data collection. So there are some importance are there in that I have listed in this slide. And how does this chatbot actually works with the customer services? What is a magic word? What are those magic words? Through NLP or otherwise a natural learning process, machine learning or ML, decision trees on pre-programmed response, interaction with external systems. So e-commerce chatbots best practice in businesses. We should know what we are going to accomplish in our business through chatbots by training the chatbot, by feeding it in the right data to ensure it provides the accurate information designing the chatbot to reflect what is the brand voice and personalities, and ensuring the chatbot respect the privacy and complies with the data protection regulations. And later, we saw what are the benefits of chatbots for the business. Like six benefits I have enlisted. It available on the clock. It improves the customer satisfaction, handles the multiple task personality by automating multiple business processes, significantly cut the cost of investment. For the for the customer services, increases the customer engagement. Then we saw what is the example, real life example we saw, and then what are the limitations and the disadvantages of chatbots in the business, and how the chatbots will be in future, that is especially in e-commerce, the voice assistant in form of voice assistant and voice commerce, emotional artificial intelligence, hyper personalization, AR and VR interaction with the chatbots. So then the next slide we saw what are the areas through which the chatbots uses the departments, like in marketing, sales, customer service, social media, internal support, and the prices. So the role of chatbots, what are the areas that the role of chatbots will be there for the 24 by 7 customer support, handling high volume efficiently by personalizing shopping assistant, by streamlining order and tracking returns, by enhancing, engagement via conversational marketing. So, as a conclusion, I would like to say, to wrap up this presentation, I would like to say, chatbots now it's becoming a very important or very crucial component for the contemporary for this current e-commerce business. By transferring, what does it actually do? The chatbots actually it by having an efficient interaction with the clients, it helps in transforming how the companies, it is really playing a part of the company. So how it transforms the client to a potential client, and also like it helps in prompting the correct responses and giving the individual assistance, and to improving the so doing all these things, definitely there will be an improvement in customer satisfaction, increase in productivity, and cutting all the unwanted expenses. Therefore, I can tell you, students, chatbots are simply a customer care tool. Generally, it is a tool, but with a strategic assistance that will help the company to have a closer and a very good bonding with the consumers or the customers, and by maintaining the competitiveness. Like there are so much of competitions which is there, by prioritizing digitalized way, which the digitalizations, this chat box will enable all these for successes for the. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much for your presentation, Miss. Yeah, I guess no one else asking again. Yeah, before I close this event, for all participants, please open your camera. I will take a picture on the count of three.
Yes,
Okay, one, two, three. Okay, another one. One, two, three. Thank you for your cooperation. Finally, we come to the end of visiting lecture today. We would like to thank you for Dr. Nalini for the wonderful information and sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for all participants. At least we hope to have more collaboration in the future with ST Joseph College Technology India. The visiting lecture for today and here we have to see you soon. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you so much, Miss.